Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today. I am Farhad Khan. I am the CEO of Member Lounge, and this is the Member Lounge podcast. And if you don't know about us, we are like a private LinkedIn for your association membership, where we take your membership marketing on autopilot. So with our platform, Member Lounge, what you can do is that you can just focus on your content and the work that you do, the great services that you offer to your members. And our platform, Member Lounge, kind of supercharges your work and automates the member engagement overall, does all the membership marketing on your behalf. And that's how we drive better member engagement. So this is the live recording of our podcast episode today. So today's episode is a Ask Me Anything episode. So Ask Me Anything meaning we actually hold webinars and podcasts every month, but then every couple of months, what we find is that we receive so many questions from our audience that we did not get a chance to answer in the previous episodes. So during those times, we actually do an Ask Me Anything episode just like today, where we're actually going to answer some live questions from the audience, and then the questions that we received in the last couple of months as well, we're going to answer some of those as well. So today's topic is technology trends for the new year and riding the AI wave. So what what I did is that, like, for this episode, like I looked at like what are some of the questions that came through, and then like what are some discussions that we were having from our like with our clients last couple of months and this year about AI technology trends, and then like what are they worried about in the like for the new year, or what are they excited about in the new year. And we have like a short compilation of like what kind of strategies you should be using for the new year for your AI and technology. So I'll talk about that briefly, and then also we will show you some tools. So I actually have like a roundup of like a few tools that we regularly use, a few AI tools that we use for our work, and then some that associations can use as well. So I'll actually show you quick demos of those tools as well during the webinar today. All right. And by the way, we are also streaming this live on LinkedIn. So if you're joining us like live on LinkedIn, welcome. And we got some great questions from the audience already last couple of days. But if you have any more questions during the episode, please submit them on Zoom chat. And I'm also joined here with our team members, Gabby behind the scenes, Wally, and Kelly as well. All right. So let's see who's in the room. I see a bunch of names. Yeah. Okay, good. So, and by the way, like if you're joining us for the very first time, you can actually like find like more events from us on our website at memberlounge.app. That is memberlounge, all one word, .app. And you can also see demo of our platform on our website as well. You can just like sign up for a free demo. Okay, so with that, I will jump into my topics and some ideas that I wanted to share with you today. So first of all, when we are talking about the big technology trends, one thing I think we often like come across is the fear of missing out. So I talked to many associations, and I was talking to like one a couple of weeks ago, and they were saying that, hey, you know what, like we have been growing our members actively, but then like since like we are not using any AI, we are worried that we're going to miss out, and we want to like jump in and do some AI work. So this is the fear of missing out. And then like I had the discussion with that person, and I told her that, you know what, like we shouldn't be looking at AI like as a fear of missing out, like in this way that we are using AI just because we have to use AI. That shouldn't be the approach. So the approach should be slightly different. So if you already like have a number of challenges in the organization right now, and then if you're finding that we are not able to reach certain segment of members, or if you're not able to deliver certain services to our members, or maybe like certain things take a lot of time for us to do, meaning like what are the big opportunities or what are the big challenges? And so look at those first, and then see if we can use AI to solve some of those problems. Can we actually make some of our like work easier? So I think like the whole idea about applying AI should be that way, that as opposed to just like jumping on the bandwagon and just trying to apply AI just because you have to apply AI. I don't think you're going to like win the AI game or the technology game by doing that. You have to be strategic and take a step back and see what do you truly need right now. Right. So you can do it two ways. One, like what challenges do you have right now that can be solved with AI? That is one option. The other option on the other side is that like what opportunities do you have that you could not avail before, but AI is making it possible right now. Can you do that now? Right. So these are like two ways to actually look about the AI approach overall for your organization. And Oh, I for preparing for this podcast, Ask Me Anything podcast, I actually went through I think 5+ research papers for this year that were published by the large research organizations, like including the Marketing General and then like Membership Geeks and a number of other organizations who does the membership trends survey every year. So I went through like all of their surveys like in detail just to find out like am I missing out on something big that I should cover in this episode, and then I found two main things that we should probably talk about. So one thing that came out in those research is that members are getting busier than ever, and the one reason when members were asked that why are you not more engaged with the association, and the one reason that they gave is they're busier than ever. They're super busy. So just because they're busy, they are not able to engage with the association content and the services all the time. So it doesn't mean that your content is bad, doesn't mean that your service is bad, but members are actually so busy that they have so many competing attentions, right? They have so many things that are competing for their attention. As a result, they're not able to use your services all the time. So it's not your fault, but then like if you can make your services like easy enough for them to access, or if you make it important enough for them, like by making the right connections, then members will probably engage. Also, other thing that we found is that a lot of associations are running with a very lean team, right? So you have like small staff in the marketing department, and then with a lean team, you're not able to take on a lot of new projects. So how can we scale the reach of your organization? So that's another challenge that we found. And then also another like key trend that came up is that there is too much information out there, and it's very difficult to find relevant information. What matters to me today, that is very difficult to find. So these are some of the different like patterns that we found overall, and we're going to kind of like see if we can solve some of these using our AI approach. So I'll start by taking on some of the like low hanging fruits. So the member engagement problem and members being busy. How do you solve that? And AI is actually making it possible. So if members are super busy and they're not able to use your services, then what that means is that you're not delivering the right content to the right member at the right time. So if the member needs a service right now, are you in front of them? Can they come to you and can they get the service right away? So this is what I mean by the right material to the right member at the right time. So can you send the right material to the right member at the right time, right? So I think this is very, very key. If you could do that, then even a busy member would actually access your services and they will actually work with your association and they will be heavily engaged. So that's one. And how do you do that? So in order to do that, you have to make sure that you are sending them relevant notifications, right? That's what we do on our platform Member Lounge, like everywhere, right? So what I mean by relevant notification is that if you know that a member actually works in a certain area and there was a post by someone or some content that your association published that may be relevant to a certain membership, like member segment, are you able to send them a relevant notification at the right time? So that is what I mean by relevant notification, not a scatter shoot, not like a mass email to everyone, but can you make the notifications relevant to the members? That's number one. The number two thing is that can you send them related content when they're browsing something? So say if you're actually if your members are like going over your discussion forum or on your website or maybe your resource library while they're actually accessing some of the content, are you showing them related content for them to kind of access those as well at the right time while they're browsing? So this again is like the right material to the right member at the right time. So AI is making some of this possible nowadays. So there are many tools and like tactics that you can use to kind of like send the relevant notifications, sharing related content on the platform, and also finally relevant connections. I think this is something that like we excel in our platform Member Lounge. And what relevant connection means is that what we found in the past, in our experience and in the research, the associations that actually had the most engaged members, they had a very active community manager. And what the community manager would do is that like whenever a member would post a question on the community forum, discussion forums, the community manager would look at the question and like she would remember, oh, you know what? These members might actually know about this topic. So can I actually make them a manual connection? Then the community manager would post a reply to that question, tagging the other member who knows this. So this is a relevant connection, right? So the community manager could actually like manually make the connection. But if you do not have a community manager or if your membership is huge and if you actually have like many posts in the community, there's so much that a human being can do. So AI can actually scale that very quickly. So our platform Member Launch has a tool called Expert Connections AI, where if a member actually posts a question, with AI, we find who are the most likely people to have an answer to that, and we tag them directly on the post and we notify them as well. So this is what I mean by relevant connections and sending the right material to the right member at the right time. Once we make that connection, then the two members can talk to one another. The member can actually like reply to the original question, and also they can actually like have a connection and they can actually talk to each other offline as well. So these are like some of the tactics and techniques that we can use AI for to drive member engagement. So with that, I'm going to kind of like show you a number of tools for today. And first of all, I just want to like see, I want to see some hands, like, or maybe like type on chat. How many of you are using AI in some shape or form in your day-to-day work right now? If you don't mind typing on chat. So I'll start myself. So I definitely am using AI every day. So Saul is saying he is using AI every day, using Wordly. Oh, nice, wonderful. Okay. Anyone else? Mark, Melanie, or anyone else? Courtney is saying most days. Okay, wonderful. Courtney, what do you use? What AI tool do you use most days? ChatGPT? Okay, wonderful. Yeah. So I think that that's a reminder for us all as well that if you're not already using something like ChatGPT, then the bare minimum you can do today is like start using ChatGPT on a daily basis. And if I have time today, I will actually like show you some like pro tips on ChatGPT as well. But I'll start with some of the simpler ones that will actually give you a like huge bang for the buck. All right. So yeah, so what I have on my agenda for today, I'm going to like share some tools. I'll start with a tool called Grain, then Descript. I'll show a feature of our platform Member Lounge that is like fully AI driven. I'll show like a scheduling tool called Scheduler. If we have time, we'll go down the list, and then based on like how much time we have, I'll go through them one by one. And finally, I have like two more called PictoChart and also something called Perplexity. So we use a lot of these ourselves. So yeah, so let me start with the first one that I have here on my list, that is Grain, and I'll switch over to my screen now. By the way, the people who are here joining us live today, do you have any big question about your use of AI? If you don't mind typing on chat, what is your biggest question about AI for today that I can help you with? Mark is saying ChatGPT for email content editing. Beautiful. I love it. While I'm setting up here on my screen, I'll just like ask the audience, what is your biggest question you have for AI for me today? What can I help you with? I'll let you type on chat. And that reminded me of another tool that I should probably share with you today if there is time. That is called Superhuman that I use every single day. It's an email tool. Identify AI tools to explore. Okay, that's wonderful, Saul. Yeah, so Saul is looking to identify more AI tools for him to explore. Okay, so let me go to my screen now, and then I'm going to show you the tools that we use day to day. All right. So let me know if you can see my screen. I'm switching over to my screen now. Gabby, my screen is okay?
Mm.
Good. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll make it slightly bigger here. All right. These are just like my notes for the podcast today. So I'll start with this tool called Grain. So what Grain is? So Grain is a tool for meeting recording and providing meeting summaries. So what I like have like is that like whenever I join a meeting, I have this like note taker tool, Grain, join the meeting along with me, and then it takes like phenomenal meeting summaries and then meeting notes as well. So I'll show you a quick example of like what it did for one of our client meetings. So this is the client meeting recording that I have there. So a number of our team members were there as part of that meeting, and you see that like it actually like captured all the different people who were talking in that like meeting, and then it broke down everything by who was speaking at which point in time, and I can jump to one area of the discussion very quickly. So this is like the basics. This is very basics of what the meeting recorder can do. So Beyond that, the video is recorded here, and on the left, you can actually see a transcript. If I switch to transcript, you can see everything live. So who said what when, and you can search for it. You can search to the transcript and then jump to a section very, very quickly. So we use it in a number of different ways. So first of all, like every meeting that we have with a client right now or with a partner, they're recorded. Our internal meetings are recorded as well. That way, anytime someone, maybe I forgot like what was discussed, like we need to like we didn't take enough notes in that meeting, then we can quickly go back and search the transcript and find out what was discussed on that particular day. So that is the basics of what this tool Grain can do, right? But to take it up a notch, I'll click on summary. When I go to summary, you'll see that it has these like 11 chapters, meaning like 11 areas that we mainly talked about. And it is like you'll be surprised, like how accurate this is in like identifying the topics like for the meeting, right? And in the end, what it did, it actually gave me some outcomes. So it said like 4 major outcomes, and like when I saw the outcomes, I was amazed that these summaries, these outcomes were better than the notes that we took during the meeting. So sometimes like when like people like us who are deep into technology, who are building AI, we see some of these AI tools and technologies, like the capabilities of this, and it scares us. It scares us that like we will become irrelevant. So and then like it's like a shock to us one more time that, you know what, I shouldn't be afraid. Many technology tools have come and gone, like over the years, but like our jobs are still here. We're still here. It's a matter of like moving our intellectual abilities and moving our jobs to a next level. So like note taking, at like there was a time when like typewriting used to be a skill. It was like a job. There were typewriters, the typists who would kind of like take notes and everything. Like that job is not there anymore, but we're still typing, like so like those people still have like some more jobs. So note taking is becoming like that right now, right? So secretarial roles will probably not like be as important in the future with the AI tools and everything else. So yeah, so you see that we have these outcomes, and then after that, the action items that it generated, my God, they were accurate. So all these action items. So for one of our client team members, like Rita, these are the action items that like she had, and our team member actually had these action items. So this tool we use every single day, and this is super powerful. Uh, is anyone else using a note taker tool day to day for your meetings? And I want to like hear what tools are you using. If you don't mind sharing on chat, it will be good learning for us too. Maybe we're missing something. And I'll go down the list to share the other items. Sol is saying Zoom's note-taking add-on. That's wonderful. Mark is saying, how is it different from Firefly's AI? Yeah, very similar. Yeah, so it's very, very similar to like Firefly's. So the only thing, I'm not sure if Fireflies can actually do the chapters. So the way it's dividing the chapters, and then like it's like showing like the action items. Another thing that is very powerful on this tool is that, like, and actually we did like a massive research to find out like which tool to use, and then we landed on Grain. I'll show you something else it can do. So say you were talking to a client, and then like you picked up one area and you want to like share that recording with someone else. So say I'll pick this one part. I'll just share this. I'll select this and then click on this clip, create clip. This will give me a clip that I can just like link, and I can share only that one part of the video to anyone, right? So I copy this link, and if I go send it to someone, it will only play that part of the video with the clip. See how easy it has become to create a clip from a meeting recording, right? So we use this all the time. So one example would be like whenever we are showing say maybe a demo like of a new feature to a client, to an existing client, and then like, or maybe they ask us a question about like a full feature demo that we did, and then like they forgot how it is done, then we would just like go back to the meeting recording, clip that little part just like this. Like it took me what, like 2 seconds to select that clip and click on this link. So we would just select that, we'll click on the link, and then we'll share the link with the client. And it actually made our customer success, like project management, so easy. And I shared these links from meetings between our team members as well. That's why we find like Grain to be like super powerful, and it's just getting better over time, right? Okay. So anyone else using any other tools? So I got one from Mark, that is Fireflies. Anyone else using a powerful note taker tool? And by the way, if you're joining us on LinkedIn Live, please you can comment on LinkedIn as well. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go to the next item. This is again like a very powerful tool. It's called Descript. Is anyone using Descript right now? Anyone in the room? Let me see some hands if you are, or type on chat. Probably not. Okay. Oh, by the way, so this is the podcast. It's an Ask Me Anything podcast. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this on audio only, I think you will miss out because I'm showing a video here as well, demo of the platform, the AI platform that we're recommending, not recommending, something that we use, and then like you can probably give it a try as well. So if you're listening to this like on audio only, please like actually go to our website and watch the video version of this as well, so you can see the demo of what I'm actually showing on my screen. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go to Descript. Okay, so first of all, what Descript is, it's a very easy video and audio or like audio editing for webinars, trainings, or social, right? So I'll start here. I have one example video to show you. So like what this video is, like recently we recorded, we did like a video shoot. Um, oh, sorry. Mm, Continue unsupported browser. Yes, I think I'll continue. So we recorded a client story video. We did like a professional video shoot with a client like at the offices, and then we tried to like record like a client story video like for this client. And we after editing the whole video, like shooting the whole video, we had to edit the video and make sure that we have like a condensed version of the whole story. A 17 or 20-minute video, we had to condense that into like 5 minutes, into a 5-minute story that we can publish on our website. So uh, uh, if I did not have like a full-time graphic designer in the team, we do have a full-time graphic designer in the team, but if I did not have that, right, editing the video on Descript would take me no more than maybe like 10-20 minutes, and that's it. And I'll show you the power of this tool. So I started by taking the video, I upload the video onto this platform, and the moment I like uploaded this, it actually like generated this whole transcript on the left. And this is basic, right? This you can do very, very easily. So many tools can generate the transcript. And on the right-hand side, you're seeing the video, and I can play the video and then see how it is playing, where it is going, right? I can go to different areas here, jump to different areas, and you'll see this. As I click on a different area, the cursor is showing what part of the transcript I am in. So if I scroll to the right, I go to another part, the cursor is jumping, right? And if I scroll down, I come here, it's showing me that part of the video here. Okay. Now, like here's the magic. Here's the magic. So if I come to the transcript here, so this is the transcript, and if I just select this part, as I select the transcript, you'll see that the video is being selected as well in the same length of the video at the bottom. And if I delete that, so if I selected this and if I deleted this, that segment of the video just got deleted. So meaning you don't need to be like a graphic designer or a video editor anymore nowadays with a tool like Descript to edit your videos. So this is like magic. Like if I showed this to someone like 3-4 years ago, their mind would be blown. And I think even today, I do not think there are any other tools out there that can edit video on the fly so fast. I think Descript is the only one. So since we actually have like a full-time like graphic designer in our team, before I send the video to our graphic designer, what I quickly did is that as opposed to me spending hours and hours of like time with her, telling her, you know what, like take this out, take that out, or add this, remove that, right? All I did is that like I just like I uploaded this to Descript. I like looked at the transcript. I kept the parts that I wanted to keep, and I deleted everything else. And I sent this to her, and I told her that, you know what, this is the part that I want to keep. It's like fully done. All you need to do is add the animations, like make it nicer, make the transitions look better, and all that. So again, like editing this entire thing, like before without the tool Descript would probably take me 2 to 3 hours, like no question, 2 to 3 hours, just clipping and like going through everything and then sending it to our graphic designer. But with Descript, it took me probably like 10 to 15 minutes to clip the video properly in the right way. And then she got like a final version of what do I actually want in the video. So you can use this in two ways. Number one, if you do not have a full-time graphic designer in the team, then you can just edit this yourself and you can like just like be done with it. You don't have to add any more animation or anything, right? You can just like edit it very quickly and then publish it. Meaning like say you had a webinar, right? And then there's like some extra segments at the beginning of the webinar or maybe at the end, or you want to clip out some parts, like so like there are some amenas you want to remove. So all of that you can remove very quickly with this tool. I think there's also an amena remover in this tool. If you just click on that, it tracks all the like amenas that are there. So for example, you see I have this I don't know if it was me or the speaker who was saying but it detects all the and ahs from the script and it will remove it automatically. So there are tools like so this tool can do that. Okay, so this is Descript. I started using I think couple of years ago. So and I think like when I started this, I was ahead of time. I thought, but then the tool kept getting better every year. Okay, who is excited by this tool for video editing, video or audio editing? This can do video or audio as well. Let's type on chat. I'm excited. I'm super excited. Like when I saw this the first time. Type excited on chat if you're excited. If you're not excited, if it's not magic, then type that as well. Maybe you saw this already. Melanie is saying excited. Okay, wonderful. Okay, ready? Sol is two. All right, that's great. Okay, so with that, I'm going to move on to the next tool. And that's probably our own tool. Yeah, so the next one I have is Member Launch. So I'm going to quickly show you our expert tagging feature on Member Launch. So, and this is where you kind of like see how member engagement can happen like magic, right? So I'll go to our platform. Okay. And if you don't know about Member Launch, so our platform is like a private LinkedIn. So just to like give you like a background, like why I'm showing this to you. So you can create like a private LinkedIn for your membership using Member Launch. So your members will come in and they will see like a social media like homepage like this with a timeline in the center. So, and if they keep scrolling down, they'll actually see all the content from the association. Okay. And this center column timeline is actually a combination of your events, resources, discussion, anything that happens in the association. We have a timeline feed like right on the homepage here. And you can actually have like your resources here, your whole resource library. And then you can also have discussion forums. By the way, those who signed up for the webinar, the registration page that you used like to sign up, that is using Member Launch. So we use Member Launch for our own webinars as well. So you are already using Member Launch, like if you signed up for this webinar. Okay. All right, so let me show you the feature that I'm talking about. It's called Expert Connections AI. Now, this is that feature where whenever whenever like a member or your audience, like they're part of your membership here on the platform and they have a question, when they type the question here, when they post the question, with AI, we find who are the most likely people to know an answer to this and we tag them directly, right? So that's the Expert Connections AI feature. So what I'm going to do, I have some quick like notes here that I can just like copy paste to make things like faster. So so this is like, say this is like a medical forum, right? So a lot of our clients are like medical associations. So I'm going to use this as an example. So someone has a question on this. So I will come here and then I'm going to like type a new question. Right. Again, these are medical terms, but like so assuming that like one specialist like in the community who's like working on a certain area is asking a question like about his work area, and we assume that there are some people in the community who knows about this as well, and this can like scale anywhere, right? So if I post this question, let's see, I'll just review this very quickly. If it's too small, I'll try to make it bigger. Okay, fingers crossed this will work. This is a demo environment. Okay, it's published. Okay, I'll give it a couple of minutes for the AI to kick in. And in the meantime, actually, let's see, maybe it'll kick in already. Oh, there you go. All right. So what just happened is that the moment I submitted this question, you see this little experts tag like actually like came up, right? And if I go to my email as well, let's see. Wait. So what should happen is that like if I am an expert in a certain area, I should actually uh, get an email right away as well at the same time on that post. There you go. I just got it. So I just got a question. So this email just came to me, the first email at the top, discussion post relevant to your expertise area. So you can see this discussion post relevant to your expertise area. Question is, our expert connections AI has found a good post for you. Guidance on pediatric ophthalmic. Guidance on pediatric ophthalmic, right? So, and who did the email come to? The email came to a person. Oh, it came to Olivia. Okay, Olivia is the expert. So yeah, so, all right. So if I come here and if I click on the experts, it found two experts. Kamrul and Olivia on this topic, right? And again, like these two people got a direct notification on their email on another platform as well. They know that there was a question on this topic, right? And by the way, like and they can jump in and they can like engage in the discussion. And also at the same time, the person who posted the original question, they can see the experts as well, right? So if the other person didn't actually follow up, they can also message them directly on our platform, right? They can message them directly and then say, hey, I noticed that you are tagged as an expert in this area when I posted that question. Can you please help me out, right? So this is what I mean by the right content to the right member at the right time. If you can make these connections at scale, right? Imagine, so a community manager who was doing this before, like we don't need the community manager anymore, right? So this connection can be made at scale, day in, day out, every single day, like with like hundreds of thousands of users automatically with AI. So this is the Expert Connections AI like tool that we have on our platform. And if you, yeah, so if you want to like learn more about our platform, like let us know, and we will book a quick demo with you as well to show you like the more of this platform. Right. Okay. Who's excited by seeing this Expert Connections AI feature? I definitely am because we built the feature and we were like so like psyched when the idea came to our mind, and then when we eventually launched this. Just want to see who's excited. Type excited on chat if you find this exciting. Saul is saying hyped. Okay, that's wonderful. Saul is hyped. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so I'll carry on. I want to share as many features as I can for today. Oh, you know what? While I'm on Member Lounge, I'll actually show you something else on Member Lounge. So this is, let me see if I have the demo. Yeah. So another feature we are launching in the new year is something called Melo. So Melo is an expert virtual assistant for member support. So what Melo will do is that like imagine all these like member questions that you're actually getting right now. So we have a client like so Melo is a new feature, brand new feature we are launching in the new year with that one particular client, and then we'll roll it out to everyone else after that one client. So what Melo will do is that like that particular client gets hundreds of member support requests every week. So imagine 100 requests every week. That's insane. They have a large membership and they get so many requests. So what we will do is that like we will train Melo on all of their membership policies, like guidelines and their content and everything else, so that whenever a member actually has a question, they're going to come to Melo, and Melo will actually be the first line of support for all the members. And we are refining the tool right now, and like there are other chat tools out there, but they are not designed for association membership. They are not designed to be trained on your own content and designed for associations and the way associations work. So we designed Melo to work with associations and associations only for your membership. So what's going to happen is that like Melo will start like answering all the clients questions like upfront, your members questions, and then like until like if it's able to answer all the questions, then it will be resolved right away, right? And then as Melo actually has more and more discussions with members, Melo will get smarter over time, right? Every single thing that you tell to Melo, the Melo is going to learn. And eventually, if Melo actually is not able to answer the question, or if the member wants to speak to a real person, like they can ask anytime that, what, like I want to talk to a real person, and Melo will create a support ticket and email all parties that, by the way, this is like there's a ticket from this member. Okay. So this is something we're launching as well. So I think like AI for member support, I think is going to explode in the association industry, right? So if you are not in like onto this right now, I think you should really like seriously consider, because like with like a tool like Melo, you can take your member engagement and membership support to a next level. Members can actually get real-time support on any question that they have. And we're actually, even over time, we will take it to the next level. So what we will do over time is that a member can come to Melo, and the member can say, hi Melo, please change my phone number from this to this. Melo will log into your account automatically, change your phone number, and say that it is done. Do you want me to help you with anything else? You say, no, I'm good, and you're done, right? So we want to make Melo as exciting and as crazy as that, right? And there's so much more that we have like on the roadmap for Melo. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. Okay. Anyone excited with Melo? I want to hear from someone who's not using a chatbot right now on their website. Melanie, Saul, Mark, Courtney. Who's excited about Melo? That an AI assistant can actually do all of your member support, the first line of support. No one. Oh my God. I want to, if you're not excited, say that on chat as well so that I can actually I know that you're not excited. Actually, I have a question for you. What would you like the Melo chatbot to do? What is one dream that you have that our Melo tool could do? Can you type on chat? If there's one dream feature that Melo can help members with, what would that be? No thoughts? Okay, sounds good. I'll continue then. All right. Saul is saying Melo sounds like a good tool. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good, Saul. Thank you for that. All right. So with that, I'm going to move on to the next one. And I'll pick a few volunteers for this one, right? If you do not mind, I'll pick a few volunteers for the next quick thing that I'm going to do. I see um, I see Courtney and Melanie in the room as well. The others are probably on LinkedIn Live, so we don't know who they are on LinkedIn Live. So the next tool that I have is I'll show you a tool called Scheduler AI, and we use this every single day for scheduling, right? So I just need a bit of a, I just need a volunteer. I'm going to go through Scheduler AI. Okay, so I'll take a few volunteers here for testing this out. Um, Courtney and Melanie, do you mind quickly volunteering with this one? Or Saul, you can do it as well. So the all three of you, if you don't mind typing your email on chat, I'm going to show you how easy it is to schedule meetings and schedule things in general. I'll this will be magic. Again, we're not going to share this with anyone else. If you just type your email on chat, and we're going to show you something very exciting. I got the email from Saul. Okay, again, the emails will not be shared with anyone else. Okay. Courtney, Melanie, do you mind oh, Melanie is driving. Okay. No worries. Yeah. Uh, who else do we have? Courtney, do you mind sharing your email on chat? I just want to show you a live demo of something that's kind of crazy, but we're using it every single day. Oh, Courtney is driving too. Oh, maybe you're together. Okay, there you go. So we'll do the live test with Saul in that case. So Saul, I'm just going to send you an email to book a meeting with you. All right. I'll show you how crazy this is. All right, so I am on my email tool. This is the tool that I normally use for my email. But again, this is not the AI tool we're talking about. We're talking about a different AI tool here. A friend of mine happens to own the company, so that's why we are one of the early users of the tool. So if I go there, the tool is actually this one called Scheduler AI. So this is what I'm going to show you that's working behind the scenes. So I'll go back to my email screen. And I'm just going to paste Saul's email, right? And then I will find the time to meet with Saul. Okay. Let's chat soon. Okay. So I don't know if you can see my screen still. Oh, you know what? No, my screen is not showing. I'm only showing the browser. Let me see if I can change that. Okay, I think now you can see everything. All right. So, so this is my email tool, and I'm typing an email to Saul. So this is my email address, and then I'm typing, let's chat soon. Hi, Saul. Great meeting you at the webinar today. Let's chat soon. I am copying my scheduling assistant to help find the time. Okay. So this is my email, and I'm just going to like copy my scheduling assistant. I'll just say, Alex, fine. Alex, please suggest a time to meet next meet in the new year. I'll just say January, to meet in January. Okay, that's all I'm doing, right? So if I had an assistant, like a real human assistant, I would probably say the same to her, right? So I would say, hey, assistant, can you please like suggest a time to meet in January, right? That's all I would do. So what I did, I copied Alex, my assistant, and then Alex is copied here, and I said, let's chat soon. I'm going to like send out the email. Okay. So Saul, you'll actually get the email right now. Okay, the email is sent. So I'll go to my inbox, and the email was just sent. So this is the email, let's chat soon. Okay. Now let's give it a few minutes. In the meantime, let's see who else is here. Okay, Gabby, thank you for reminding me that you cannot see the email screen. I think now it's better. Oh, you cannot see the email screen still, Gabby? Or so Saul got the email. Saul is saying Saul got the email. Let's see. I don't know if like our AI will actually crash and burn on the live demo with the webinar. While we're waiting for it, let's actually do something else. I'll go back to the next topic and I'll come back here. Okay. So yeah, so the next, okay, this is actually very much on topic. So the next tool that I want to share is an email tool called Superhuman. This is what I use every single day, right? This is my email tool, and that is the tool I was using. Oh, by the way, the magic just happened. So I looked away for a second and this happened. So the email, let's chat soon. See what happened. So my scheduling assistant, Alex, found a time in January, right? So very likely, if it was a if Saul's Gmail calendar is public, or if like Alex can actually could read the Gmail busy or like available time, it will match Saul's calendar with my calendar, find a time by itself, and suggest a time right here. So it's saying I have checked first availability and found the time below this. It sent out the calendar invite to both like me and Saul, right? And then if Saul replies saying, I cannot make it on that day, suggest another time, then Alex will keep chatting with Saul and then find the right time until it actually finds the right time to actually book. Meaning, I do not need a scheduling human assistant anymore. The tool can do it all for me, right? And then if like Saul actually doesn't like want to like go through all the discussion with the bot or anything else, he can just click on this, like click here, and he can find the time that he wants to book. But normally, what we find is that like our like clients can actually like talk to the bot back and forth in real time, and then they can actually like book the time very, very quickly. So it's easy for the client, easy for me. Like, so hold on, like there used to be a Calendly, HubSpot calendar, all that before, right? So if you go through a HubSpot calendar, so for example, if I go to my HubSpot calendar and I pick like one of the calendar days, for example, like this one, that the client will still have to browse through, find the time on my calendar, look at their calendar, see like what matches, and then pick a time. So that's difficult already. Like this is automation, but this is difficult, right? Plus at the same time, like if they're on different time zones, oh my God, God forbid, it will be a nightmare. Our Alex removes all of that from the picture at all and does the scheduling, on the fly on your behalf. So this is the power of this tool, the scheduler AI, and I use it every single day. Our whole team uses this for scheduling meetings. Okay, so we're running out of time. I'm going to like show you one more thing, and then I will go to some audience questions. Okay, so now I'll show you the tool Superhuman that I use every single day. This is the email tool, right? So the tool that I was just using, that's Superhuman. So this is the email tool Superhuman. Now I'll do something interesting. I will come here. I will send another email to Saul because Saul was super nice and he's helping us out with the demo. I'm going to like draft an email, okay? And I'll use Saul's email one more time. Oh, sorry. So I'm saying this. So I'm just like speaking my mind here, right? So I'll say I'm drafting an email, right? So low member engagement, staff is overloaded. Um, sometimes funds are low. Okay, let's see if we can help you with this. Okay, so normally typically what I would do when I have to like draft an email to someone, I would just like do a voice command. So I'll come to my computer, I'll open an email window like this, like what I just did, and I'll just like speak my mind and tell it and like kind of like give it the information I want to send, right? I would do that. Then I will click on the AI here, right? And the here, sorry, what just happened? Mm, sorry, I'm just going to go back. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. So I should come here and click on this AI. Okay, so now it's asking me, what do you want to do? Improve writing, shorten, lengthen, simplify, right? What I want to do. So I want to say improve writing. Okay. Okay, it gave me a draft. It was great connecting with you during today's webinar. I'd love to continue that conversation, right? You mentioned a few challenges, this overload of staff, occasional funding shortages. So like I did not give it anything good right here, right? So I just like spoke my mind from what actually like what I was thinking back then, and it did all of that. If I if I um, if I said like shorten, it would shorten the email. If I say lengthen, it will lengthen the email. If I say simplify, it will do that. If I say fix like grammar and language, it'll do that. If I say rewrite in my voice, it will even do that. It rewrites in my voice, right? And then I can try it a few times and then I can accept or retry. Again, sorry. To do this, you don't have to go out to ChatGPT and copy and paste and do all of that, right? You can do everything within the email tool, and you don't actually have to do it like for the whole email either. You can take one little segment, so say this, click on this AI, improve that one segment, do language correction or anything else, right? Fix it and then send it out, right? I can also send later, right? So I can do a send later, remind me. So this is what I will typically do with the superhuman tool. I would say send later, and then I'll pick a time tomorrow morning or sometime, right? And then, sorry, Saul, I'm just going to like spam you here with this as well. So I'm going to just send it out for now, right now. So I just send this out here, and then I'll come here and then I'll give myself a reminder. Remind me tomorrow. I just clicked one button, right? And then I'll say maybe like next week, right? Hit enter. Next week, it will send me a reminder saying, hey, did you hear back from Saul? Please follow up. So yeah, so this is the superhuman tool. And anytime I'm actually like at the beginning of a thread. So for example, I am at an email thread here, right? And if I want to like see a summary of this, I don't want to like show this because it's like a client email. Let's see if there's anything that doesn't have a confidential material. Let's do this. Let's see. Yeah. So if it's like a long email thread, right? The AI tool will give me a summary right at the top. So Farhat coordinates travel insurance and ticket updates, right? And then I can like expand the summary as well. So even without reading like the whole email thread, if there were 10 emails, I wouldn't have to read the 10 emails. I come here and I do that typically before a meeting. If I have a client meeting and I'm jumping on to an existing client meeting, I come to my inbox, I read this summary, what was the last thing that happened, and I jump in without having to read 10 different emails, right? So this is the part of this tool which is superhuman. Okay, so I'm going to like take a pause here. And sorry if I'm speaking too fast. I am excited. There's so much more that I do not have time to cover. Oh God, I didn't even get to the ChatGPT Pro hacks. Okay, so next time, remind me. Okay, does anyone have any questions right now that I can answer? If not, I'll go through the audience questions that were submitted before. If you have a question, those who are live right now, if you want to like type on chat, I'll take your question right now. If not, I will go through some of the questions we received from before. Okay, so I'll take the questions from here now. Okay, so Catherine Bryant is asking, how do I find out where potential members hang out? Okay, so this is not really an AI question, but you can use AI to kind of like do this. You know what? I will show you a demo of something, and then maybe like it can help you with this answer as well. But before that, I'll answer Anne's question because I think I saw Anne here for a bit. So, what are the best free AI tools and which ones are worth paying for? So, I already kind of showed you some AI tools. The ChatGPT I pay for sure because I use it heavily. Superhuman, the scheduler tool that I showed you, we pay for all of those, right? Anywhere I find that if I spend a little money, so if I spend 10, 20, 30, $50 per month, and it like really like saves me a lot of time, I will happily pay for that, right? And if you're in a leadership role, a manager, a director, or a C-level, I think it's a no-brainer. If the company is not paying for the AI tool that you need, you should pay out of your pocket to pay for that tool. Many of our team members, like we pay for their AI tools, but many others, they actually pay out of their own pocket, like to use the AI tools because like the AI tools actually make their work so much better, right? So yeah, so there are some free tools that you should use, but the like paid ones, if you see is good enough, then you should definitely use that. Now, I will take Catherine's question here to show you an example of another demo. So how do I find out where potential members hang out, right? So Catherine Brandt is asking that question. So to show you, demonstrate that, I'll show you a tool called Perplexity, right? So this is like a deep research item. So Perplexity. So I used Perplexity before coming to this webinar to kind of prepare for it a little. Let's see if I can show you. Perplexity AI. Okay. So what I did is that I came to Perplexity AI. So this is like ChatGPT, but on steroids, right? So ChatGPT itself is bonkers. And imagine ChatGPT on steroids. What does that really mean, right? So I come to this one space. I would create a space here. And then in that space, I came here and then I uploaded the recent industry research papers on association membership trends that were published this year, right? So my colleague Gabby helped me out find the research like papers from this year. So I took all of those. I uploaded the sources right here. I uploaded like all of the content here. Again, these are like 30, 40, 50 page like reports, right? Which I don't have time to read all the time. I did this and then I like asked it a question, right? Hey, can you please tell me this, right? So I asked this question: what are some top AI trends that associations need to watch for in 2025, right? So I asked this question, and like what it did, it took actually like our like files, right? Plus it did an internet search, like all together. It combined it all together, right? And then together, it actually gave me these top trends. Okay, so this is a way of doing your like research, like taking research to the next level. And this is not just like searching website; it's actually searching research papers as well that you may not even have access for. And what it does, it actually shows you the sources. So the top sources were here. So some of our like so one of our research paper that I uploaded was from like Nimble AMS from this company. So that's why it's actually showing their source here. But it will show you all the other sources too. Like how cool is that, right? So for that one question that we got from Catherine, so how do I find out where potential members hang out? Catherine, I would like invite you to kind of like do the same like research, but do it on Perplexity, right? See what Perplexity comes up with. This would be amazing. All right. Okay. So let's go to the next one. But in general, though, how to find out like where members hang out is that like find like adjacent areas. So um, so I'll give you like a very dumbed down example, right? So say you have an association of electricians, right? So then where do electricians hang out? I think there are like many electrician groups on Facebook, or there are other places where they go to, right? So like you have to find out like what are the adjacent areas where other groups where your same members can like do actually hang out, and your association should go out there and you should have a presence there as well, right? So you have to find out those concentrated like pockets, where if you go to that one pocket, you find many members all at once. So I would say start the research by doing it on Perplexity and take it from there. Okay. Another tool. So Mark was asking, how could you use AI to drive non-dues revenue in associations? Ha ha ha, Mark, this is interesting. So there are many ways, but one thing that comes to mind right away, right now for me, is using our expert connections AI, right? So think of it this way. The expert connections AI that I just showed you, that like whenever you come here and type a question on the discussion forum, I am finding another expert and making a direct connection with the expert like this, right? Imagine this happening with your sponsors who are service providers who can help the same members, right? think of it this way. So here is like a professional who's coming to kind of like is coming here with a question, and then your sponsors are actually sitting on member launch as well. Each sponsor has like one thought leader or expert from their company who's a member here, right? And whenever a member posts a question, that sponsor's experts getting tagged directly in that question. There is a business connection made in real time, right? And this is a business lead for the sponsor as well, for a member who has a need for their guidance right now, right? So this is like a source for non-dues revenue. So on our platform, you can actually create like multiple membership tiers. I'll show you a quick example. I don't know if I can do it very quickly, but I'll log out. So on our platform, you can create like multiple membership tiers like this. There's only one tier right now, but you can do multiple. Actually, I'll log out here. So here, yeah, you can create like multiple tiers. So standard, premium, you can have one for sponsors, like a sponsor membership tier. That's a source of non-dues revenue. And your sponsors will actually get true leads from the organic discussions. So any member who has a need for their services, or anyone who's asking a question about their services, we will make a connection in real time, and that will be a source of non-dues revenue for you. How cool is that, right? And this is happening without you having to spend any more time, and this is organic, this is real time, and this is like almost like a match made in heaven, like for your sponsors. So this is like a great way to drive non-dues revenue, and there's way more. Anyways, we are running over like time for today, so I want to wrap up. But before we wrap up, I just want to go to the audience. So one more time, last call for everyone. If you have any question, please type on chat and I'll answer one last question for today. And by the way, if you want to learn more about our platform or anything, please do book a meeting with us. Gabby, if you don't mind like pasting our like meeting booking link on chat, anyone who actually has anyone who wants to learn more about our platform, you can click on the link and book a meeting with me. Again, this will not be a sales meeting. Like we will just like help you out with your ideas, membership, or anything that you have. It's a quick like 20-minute meeting. And if I can help you out in any way, I'll be happy to help you out in that quick call. All right. So there's the link on chat. Melanie is asking, can you share the recording with us? Yes, Melanie, I don't know if we have your email. I think we do. Let me just double check. I don't think we have Melanie's email here. Melanie, if you don't mind like dropping your email to us maybe later on, right? Or, oh, you know what? Since you signed up, our member lounge actually has a discussion area. If you don't mind like posting there, and we will actually drop, oh, Melanie's email is right here. So leadinggage.ca. There you go. All right. Melanie, so you can actually come to member launch as well, or like the place where you like signed up for the webinar. I'll go there for the others who doesn't know this. So if you come here, I log in. There is a podcast discussion here. So if you come to the homepage, you'll just see at the right at the top, there's a podcast discussion. You can just like comment here. You can comment here. You can talk to all the other people who are in our community. All right. All right. So Melanie, I look forward to seeing you there. All right. Any other questions? Last question from the audience. If not, we will wrap up for today. Going once, going twice, and gone. Alrighty. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the webinar today. And Manny, hats off to you, man. Thank you so much for telling me that my audio wasn't working on LinkedIn Live. We missed to test it. So yeah, so that's why we like our community. Like you're like so helpful, and then like you're so active as well. So once again, like we hold our podcasts and webinars every month. So if you want to like sign up for the next podcast, go to our website at memberlounge.app. That is memberlounge, all one word, .app, and like go to the webinar or the events tab. Once again, like I tell everyone that we learn a lot from these webinars and podcasts, and we want to do a lot, but if we want to do too much, nothing will happen. So what I would recommend is that like go through the list of different like tools and topics that I talked about, some ideas that I shared, and see if you can find one thing that you can take action on immediately. So today's a Thursday, you will go into the weekend. So come Monday morning, what is the one thing that you can change on your like organization, in your like workspace overall, using one of the AI tools or something that you learned from the webinar today? If you can apply one idea, from this webinar, I will assume that like this webinar actually got gave you value, and that will make me happy as well, because we actually spent so much time preparing this material. All right. So we wish you all the best with your membership journey. And like, I don't think we will see you anymore before the holidays. We are signing off after next week. There are no more podcasts or like webinars coming up. So we will see you in the new year. So I wish you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a very happy new year. I'll see you in the new year. Happy 2025. See you again. Bye for now.